Hi guys, it's Inga and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I first want to say thank you so much for being so patient for me to upload my next video. Now you guys know I haven't been active for a while, and that's because I recently started with my matric work, so I was really busy. But I'm finally back. But I will not be able to be as active as I used to be because I'll be starting school on Monday. So this video is going to be a really important video. It's going to be something I just want to leave you guys with. But before I get into things, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And if you did not, please turn on my notification bell. You should not miss anything I'll be posting. So, without further ado, let me get into it. First thing I want to mention is that I was at school the other day. I can't remember which day, but we were doing orientation for the grade 8s, the grade 12s. And I just saw all these grade 8s, and they looked so innocent and they looked so cute, but they were really nervous. It was really adorable. But one thing I wanted to say was when I was there, it really touched me a lot because I was grade 8 as well. And I remember my first day. I remember when I first came to grade 8, I was super nervous. I was really shy. And I was still really innocent that time. And if I had to look back at myself now, compared to how I was in grade 8, I have really changed a lot. And I mean a lot. Because I used to be really quiet, really sensitive, really shy. And now I'm the complete opposite. Now I'm really outspoken. I'm a lot of things that I was not in grade 8. But what I want to say is that this video I'm actually making for those entering high school or those in high school, or just people in general. Actually, it's not there's no base age group for my video right now. But what I want to say is to those entering a new high school, those entering high school, entering university, those entering the workforce, just those entering new stages of their life, I want to say the most important thing is stay true to yourself, because that is so important. Because at the end of the day, you are going to have your own back, whether you like it or not. Because some people might act like they're rooting for you. Some people might act like they have your back and be like, no, I got you. But I have been in a situation countless times where my friends, not my friends anymore right now, but my friends had told me, we have your back, don't worry about anything, we got you. And then at the end of the day, I was fighting my own battles basically. So what I want to say is, another thing is choose your friends wisely, because your friends are the most important thing next to family, because friends are going to be the closest thing you have to family when you are away from your family. And friends, they can really hurt you sometimes. They can disappoint you, because those who we call our friends, or even our best friends, we set up expectations for them and we expect them to be perfect, and they aren't perfect. Nobody is perfect. So you set yourself up for failure, you set yourself up for heartbreak. Because when I was grade 7, I had this girl that I called my best friend. Like, we were legit best friends. I called my best friend, we did everything together. And then the day she kind of turned her back on me, it really hurt my feelings a lot. And it was hard for me to fathom, because it was my best friend and I set up these expectations for her. And in grade 8 as well, I had this girl I called my best friend, and then she turned her back on me as well. And right now we are just in a really good place, but we're not close friends. So I want to say, please do choose your friends really wisely. And then secondly, like I was saying in the first part, stay true to yourself. There's nothing more important, because I see a lot of people in grade 12 now, in my grade right now, and I can see that the social circles that they are in right now, they don't belong there. Because I'm sure you've seen many scenarios where you get children, they are in groups, but you can see they do not fit in there, and that's because popularity is a thing that a lot of people are chasing. And with that, I'd like to say popularity, it's really not important. When I was grade 8, I wanted to be popular as well. But now that I'm in grade 12, I really couldn't care less about popularity. As long as I have my true friends, and as long as I come to school for the right reason, that's really all I need. Because popularity, it's not gonna help you in life. Like, sure, you have a lot of contacts. Sure, people know you. But it's not gonna pay your check. It's not gonna put food on your table. It's not gonna put a 7 in your report. So popularity, if you don't have it, you really don't need it. People don't need to know you. As long as you know a few people, and as long as a few people are familiar with you, it's all you need. You do not need to have the whole school as your friends. Now, I'm sure you guys heard this a lot, but I want to also explain why popularity exactly isn't that important. Well, if you take a person, let's make a scenario. You get someone who's extremely popular, and you get someone who's not popular. Now, if both of them had a secret going on, Now, the one that's not that popular, their secret gets out. Okay, maybe one or two people know about it. It's not a big deal. It's over. It blows over by tomorrow. But that person that's super, super popular, you have one secret that comes out. The whole school knows about it, and it's even harder for you to bounce back because everybody has that expectation of you. Everybody sees you in a certain light now because of that secret of yours that they heard. So it's better. And also, having a large group of friends, the more friends, the less loyalty. And that is the honest truth. I can speak from experience because I see this with a lot of girls and a lot of boys at my school. Ever since grade 8, those who have a lot of friends, a lot of them, when they leave the class, the one leaves the classroom, in that group they will talk about that other person like there's no tomorrow. And once that person returns, it's like they're best friends, and it is so fake. So it's really better to have a small group of friends because I have a small group of friends, and I trust those people. I feel like I could turn my back and they wouldn't say anything about me. I really just trust them and they trust me, and we have a really good friendship. And having a smaller group of friends is also better because if you go out or if you have a function or an event, and then you can invite everybody and not feel bad. But if you have a big group of friends, then the minute you have to have an event or a function or something, and then they're gonna check, okay, who's she gonna choose? Who's he gonna choose? And if you maybe leave out a few people, they don't want to hear that, oh no, the venue was too small. They're just gonna say, oh no, it's because those are your favorites. And that is really a big, big problem. So popularity really isn't all of that. And then secondly, what I want to mention is the dating world. Now, first of all, I am going to speak from what I've seen because I have had a lot of friends come to me with dating advice. A lot of people asking me, what do I do? What do I do? Now, me, myself personally, I try to avoid the dating life at all costs because I know that is signing myself up for heartbreak and failure and all those things that I'm not prepared to take right now. Now, I've seen a lot of girls and guys date in my school years, from grade 8 all the way to grade 12. And I've seen them rise and I've seen them fall countless times. Now, what I want to mention within dating is first of all, do not date because you feel pressurized to date. Date because you want to. Date because you feel sincere about that person and that person feels sincere about you. Which brings me to my next thing. Do not date somebody that you do not feel sure about. If you are dating that person, because people say you guys are good together, you complement each other well, that is the worst reason to date. I've seen a couple like that at our school, it didn't end well because they had nothing in common. They didn't speak from the same mouth. Like they had nothing that was relatable. And if they were incompatible also. So if you want to date somebody, make sure that person likes you and you like him or her, whatever. Just make sure that you guys are on the same page here. And also, do not date just because everybody else is doing it. Don't do what everybody else is doing. I did that in grade 8 and it wasn't good for me because I always felt pressurized to measure up to somebody else. You are really perfect the way you are. You set your own standard. You set your own trend. Do what you want to do. Do not do what's trending right now. Do what makes you happy. And what I want to say also about dating is this is something I see in a lot of couples is a thing called ghosting. Now, for you who does not know what ghosting is when the other person just stops talking to the other one for like months, weeks. I sometimes heard of someone who ghosted people for a year. And the thing with ghosting is, it is really out of your control. If you get ghosted by somebody, it's not your fault. It wasn't your choice. You didn't ask that person to ghost you. You didn't ask that person to block you. Now, if you do get ghosted, no big deal because it happens, really does. It hasn't happened to me before because, like I said, I really choose to avoid dating at all costs. But if you do get ghosted, it's not your fault. Be aware that it has nothing to do with you personally because you did nothing wrong. But you would, in a way, be a bit of a fool to talk to that person if they came back. Because if someone ghosts you, it just shows they don't have any respect for you because they just see it this way. Okay, I can just disappear for months and when I come back, that person will fall back into my lap. You are just showing you have no standards, you have no respect for yourself, and you just let people run over you. You just let people walk over you. You are just people's doormat. If somebody ghosts you, you use that period where they ghost you to better yourself and you show yourself, okay, that person wasn't right for me because that person clearly doesn't respect me. But then if that person comes back and you take them back, then the problem really does lie with you. Because if that person just showed you how little respect they have for you, why would you still take them back? Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't respect you? Like, come on. So, dating on high school, it can be quite problematic because not everybody is ready for it. We have some couples who have lasted, and I've seen a lot of couples who did not last. Now, the problem with that was because dating is a priority. And some people have too many priorities and they can't make dating one of those. So if you are someone like me and you are 100% committed to everything you do, then I don't think you can date, because there's no way you can be 100% committed to your work, 100% committed to your friends, 100% committed to your family, and 100% committed to a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's not going to work. It's going to be pressurizing for you. And then you get some people who date because of the benefits. Now you get a lot of people, and I'm not going to say mostly boys or mostly girls because it works both ways. You get people who just date because it's beneficial for them. Now, if you are in a relationship with somebody, then you should ask that person who's approaching you, why do you want to be with me? Like, what makes me stand out to you? Why is it that you want me to date you? And if that person says, oh, because you have a nice body and you have a pretty face and all that stuff, no, just no, no, no. If that person tells you stuff about your body or your face, it first of all shows you that you're not interested in your personality. They're not interested in getting to know you. If that person approaches you because of your body, because of your face, it should kind of just show you, okay, that person's in it for the wrong reason, and I'm not going to get love out of this relationship. And I'm sure when we want to date, we want to get love from the relationship, because that's why we date in the first place. So if a person tells you it's because of your face or your body, you tell them, no thank you, next, just next. And then also with dating is that be careful when dating in high school, of course, because high school, it can only be a roller coaster ride, because the workload, it doesn't get lighter, it doesn't get easier. As the grades get higher, the workload gets more, the workload gets harder. So if you are going to date somebody, then make sure you can in a way multitask, and make sure that person can understand that you cannot give them 110% of your attention 24/7. And also, don't date. And if you are dating, then if you feel like you guys want to become intimate, on that sexual level, I would really not advise you to become sexually active in high school. I am 100% against it, because hey, you guys are still children. When I was grade 8, I saw grade 12 as adults. I'm like, they're old, they're big. They can do what they want. They can have sex with people. They can do whatever they want. That is not the case. I am grade 12 now, and I still see myself as a child. I cannot see myself as an adult. I can't even believe that I need to go to university next year, because I see myself as a child still. So trust me, just because you get older, it doesn't mean you are prepared here. You can get old in age, but this can still stay young. Because I might be turning 18 soon, but that doesn't mean I'm an adult. 18 is not an adult. Not even 21 is an adult. Like, you are literally an adult once you start working and you get your own house and you just get both your feet on the ground. And once you become fully independent, that's when you're an adult. So if you still have your mommy paying for your Nikes, or if you still have your daddy buying your stuff for you, then you are not an adult, okay? So the last thing I'd like to mention before I leave, not before I leave, before I end my video basically, is that what I mentioned before is that stay true to yourself. Your personality is important, but take care of yourself, because like I said in my previous videos, you are priority. Make yourself priority. You are really important. You are the most important person in your life right now. And love yourself, because self-love is so important, because you cannot love anybody if you do not love yourself, and that is the honest truth here. And do not live your life to please others. Live your life to please yourself. Do not work hard because you want to please somebody else. Do not do something because it's pleasing to other people, because there's nothing more terrible than making somebody else happy but you're not happy. Make other people happy when you're happy with yourself. So how can you make yourself happy? Well, first of all, you can definitely respect yourself. Like I've mentioned before, self-respect is the best respect. And secondly, you just need to put yourself first, and you need to really make yourself the top priority, because you are priority. So please guys, no hookups, no one night stands, no side chicks. And also, one more thing I want to mention in dating. I was listening to this song this morning from a group called Monster X. It was called Who Do You Love? And they're basically talking about this female that needs to choose between two guys. And I see the situation a lot. I saw it when I was grade 9. Yeah. These two girls and this one guy. The guy was older, and the two girls, they were, yeah, much younger. Like, much younger. What happened was this guy, he had these two girls just where he wanted them. And I mean, he had them just where he wanted them. And the thing is that they were so naive, and because they both liked him, they were both gonna wait. And the thing is that if you were in a situation where you don't know if the one person is gonna choose you or the other one, do yourself a favor and just leave, because that person clearly doesn't like any of you. Because if somebody loves you, then nobody else is gonna stand in their way. Like, trust me, that sounds so simple, but it is true. Life is actually simple. We just tend to complicate it a lot. If somebody likes you, that person is gonna choose you. Nobody else is gonna stand in the way of them getting to you, of them wanting to date you. But if you are in a situation where you feel, oh, but I don't know if he likes me, or if he likes her, or if she likes him, or if she likes me, just leave that situation. Get someone who is willing to fight for you only. And also, one more thing is that fight for love. Like, fight for somebody, but never fight over somebody. If maybe you love somebody and there are things standing in your way, then fight for that person, like the person's fighting for you. But don't fight over somebody. Like, if you like somebody, but someone else also likes that person, and then you end up fighting that person to get to that person, no, because it's really classless, and it just shows how little respect you have. Because if somebody else wants that person, let them have the person. Because if that person liked you back as much as you liked him or her, he's gonna fight for you. So do not fight over somebody. Fight for someone, but never fight over somebody. So that's how I'd like to wrap up today's video. So like you guys can see, I spoke a lot about dating, and that's because I haven't spoken a lot about that in my previous videos, but that's all I wanted to mention for today. Now, I do not know when I will be posting again, because I'll be starting school on Monday, and I just like to say to all the matrics, to everybody starting school, to everybody going back to work, I really hope that God blesses you and God keeps you, and that it goes well for you, and that you guys are successful in whatever you do. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.